What Quakers believe is that there's that of God in every person. There is the spark of the divine. And when you take that as a fact, as a basic principle of the universe, it changes the way that you see life. What we do at Friends Journal is to show life through the perspective of people who are trying to live with that truth.
Friends Journal is an easy-to-read, beautifully designed publication for Quakers and for people interested in learning about Quakers.
We publish in print 11 times a year, and we publish pretty much continuously on friendsjournal.org and on social media. I think what you can expect when you open up Friends Journal is to enter into a conversation with a community that is dealing with the toughest questions there are.
Stories of friends from the past who did great things, but also friends now who are doing great things.
A good, robust exchange of ideas in the articles and in the forum as well.
Great stories, good writing, and new and different perspectives. One of my favorite more recent issues is definitely the November 2013 issue on books and writing. And not just because I'm on the cover, but I just really like that collection of articles.
I'm very partial to our first color issue because we wanted to do colors so long. It was like a surge of creativity on all fronts. It didn't just push the art department, it pushed everybody.
Yeah, actually a recent one, The Concepts of God, that really spoke to me because it's something that I give a lot of thought to.
Because it broadens my perspective of how Quakers view God, and it's also a wonderful issue for me to circulate to my friends.
You might be interested in Friends Journal if you are passionate about how faith and spirituality connect with both the larger world and with your own personal way of being.
And also if you're someone who enjoys reading, and not just Friends Journal articles, but books. I have to say our books column that we put out every month is pretty great.
If you're looking to explore different faith traditions and how to deepen your own personal spirituality and those around you, Friends Journal would be a place to come to.
Friends Journal online is everywhere that we think friends might be. So we have friendsjournal.org, which is all of the articles, many of which are available for free.
So feel free to visit our website. You can make connections to our YouTube channel, podcasts.
If you're a subscriber, you get full access to our archives. And actually the archives are one of my favorite parts about working here. It's really cool to look back and see what people were writing about in the 1950s and 60s.
When you subscribe to Friends Journal, which you can do online at friendsjournal.org/subscribe, you get instant access not only to the current issue, but of every Friends Journal issue since 1955. You get a PDF version of the magazine every month that we let you know about by email. And you get the magazine delivered to your mailbox.
We put a lot of work into each issue, and we're a small staff, but we're dedicated to producing high quality, professional, engaging content for our audience.
Friends Journal's been in continuous publication since 1955, and I want it to be there for my children and for my grandchildren, and subscribing and engaging and becoming a part of this community is a really important part to help us continue to wrestle with these questions.